What's up everybody? I know it's been a while since I've made one of these videos and boy do I have a lot to talk about. We're gonna jump right into new gear. I have the Nikon 8-15 Fisheye, which is Nikon's response to the 8-15 Canon, which has been out for a while. There's a few little differences. The size is about the same, but the aperture is variable. So on the Canon one, it's a f4 throughout, and on the 8-15 Nikon, it is a 3.5 to 4.5 variable aperture. And with pretty much all of Nikon's lenses going forward, they have the electronic shutter, so you don't have that manual shutter button anymore. Then we got a new camera from Sony, the Sony A9. This is a beast of a little camera, and I'm sure you've heard a lot of buzz about it. Sony's really going after Canon and Nikon with this camera, doing 20 frames per second with no blackout, which is amazing. Almost 700 AF points that cover pretty much all the way to the edge, so you can track a subject from one side all the way to the other side without needing to keep them centered in the frame. There's a couple other cool little features too. They upgraded the viewfinder to refresh at 120 Hertz, so you get super smooth, almost optical looking viewfinder instead of having that motion blur as you pan back and forth. They also updated the battery to have more capacity, which is long overdue because the Sony A7 batteries and pretty much all the Alpha series before this had terrible battery life. So this is something I'm super excited about. And then it comes with a lot of the same video specs that the A7 series had. I'll be interested to see what the A9S, if that gets announced, which I'm assuming it would be, will have more of the video focused features, and those should be pretty awesome. Last week, we just got in the shipment of the new Sigma Cine zooms. So we have a 20mm, 24, 35, 50, and 85. The 14 and the 135 will be released later this year, and we'll be picking those up as well. We got them in EF for Canon, and then we also have PL mounts. These things have some pretty awesome features as well. For one, they're full frame, so you can use them on the Epic W8K. And again, just like the zooms, they have a 82mm threaded front, so you can put on any kind of screw-on ND filters. And they're pretty fast. They all go down to a T1.5, including the 20mm. I'm not sure what the 14 will be at. I'm guessing that's going to be closer to a 2.8 or a 2. But overall, these things they're pretty small. They're great for gimbal use. I'm actually going to be using them on a shoot this weekend. And I'm really excited to get out and do some tests, and I'll do some sample footage and test footage for you guys. Going with some more video stuff, we picked up the Flanders Scientific BM210, which is their 21-inch monitor. This thing's amazing. I've used it on a couple shoots, and the flexibility and control and accuracy and color reproduction that this monitor gives you is just fantastic. This is pretty much a must-have on any shoot that I go on now, because I know what I'm seeing on the monitor is what I'm going to get in post, and that is super important, especially on commercial work where you need to see exactly what it's going to look like. It's really hard to understand how good this monitor actually looks unless you see it in person, so I definitely recommend trying it out and just seeing for yourself. Next up, we got a new wireless follow focus system, the RTmotion LATITUDE. This thing's pretty amazing. It's super easy to set up, really intuitive when you're setting hard stops and you're focus pulling. It also has a really nice small LCD display. I don't have it here to show you. It's out on a rental right now because it's been super popular and it's really well made, and I'm super excited for the new version of it, which we saw at CineGear, and that's gonna have a whole new display, modular system, and it's gonna be pretty fantastic, so keep an eye out for that. The last piece of gear, which is pretty boring but also really exciting, is the new Granite Mini BLUESHAPE batteries. We've been waiting for these for a while now, and they're so great because they're almost half the size of the original BLUESHAPEs. Now they're a little bit thicker, but it far outweighs the height difference there that you can see between the originals and the new minis. They also have this new feature called Granite Link, which is a Wi-Fi signal that the battery puts out. You can connect to it through your phone using the app, and you can see all kinds of information like battery capacity, voltage, charge cycle, percentage left, all kinds of different things. And that's really nice to keep track of your batteries and know where they're each at in your charge cycle and not have to go look at them and try and read off just this little button here. If you want to see more information about any of the gear that I've talked about, there will be links for them in the description below, so check those out on our website. Since the last video, we've also been at a couple of events. We went to CineGear in LA, which was great. The big reason we were out there was to promote a new partnership with HotRod Cameras for all of our LA shooters. You can now pick up at HotRod Cameras, and they have a whole new testing facility and a new building, so you can test cameras, lenses, make sure everything's working before you leave with it, and they also have experts there to help you out with any questions you may have. And then last week we were at WistiaFest in Boston, which was again an awesome show. They always do a great job putting it together and having a really good group of people there. We also launched a new lighting kit with them, which pretty much gives you exactly step-by-step how to set up Chris from Wistia's lighting setup. If you haven't seen that, I'll play a shot of it right now. And this kit comes with everything you need from cameras, lenses, audio, lighting, stands, and the directions on how to put everything out. And we also added a few other kits like an audio travel kit and an interview lighting kit. And that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for sticking with us. I know this is a long one. And like I said before, there's gonna be links in the description below to all the things that we've talked about, all the gear, the shows, and the new kits that we're putting together. I'll see you guys in the next one.